All right, in this video, we're going to talk a couple of the apps that you're probably going to use quite a bit in your Google Classroom. So again, we're going to go up here to our waffle. We're going to click on it. We're going to mainly focus on Google Docs, Google Sheets, and Google Slides. If you've ever used the Microsoft Office suite, Microsoft Word, where you type papers, is like Google Docs. In fact, you can upload a Word file straight to Google Docs, and you can download a Google Docs file straight to Microsoft Word. They're compatible. Google Sheets is just like Microsoft Excel, probably a program you guys haven't used very often. We'll use it a little bit this year. We'll use Google Sheets some. It's a really good program. It's good for collecting data and manipulating data. And then Google Slides is just like PowerPoint. Again, they are compatible, so you can upload a PowerPoint to Google Slides, or you can download a Google Slides to PowerPoint. Again, I'm going to open Google Docs for you, and you'll see that it is just like a Word document. You can pick your font type. You can pick if it's bold or not. So we're going to select just a blank copy, although there are some templates here that you can use to help you guys, like book report template and certain things. But I'm going to click blank. And it's just going to open a blank document. And again, I can select all this stuff up here, bold, italic, underline. I can my text color. I can do left aligned. I can do centered. I can do right aligned, just like a Word document. So if you had to type up a paper, this is probably where you would do it. You could submit it, okay? We won't look at Excel because you probably have, or Sheets, because you've probably never really used Excel. Google Slides, again, is just like a PowerPoint presentation. So, for example, here is a PowerPoint presentation that I have created for you guys that you'll actually watch in a week or so. And you can click on this, and we're going to hit View.
Mrs. Alt's homeroom, report to the library.
If it comes up. All right, we're going to click View, and then we're going to click Present. And you can see that the slide's going to come up. And it's going to have some words and things on it that you're going to read, some text. And on here you can see that I've embedded a audio file. So if you click on this, it should play an audio file.
All right, guys, yesterday I had you come up with your own personal definition.
Okay, so that's one way you might see slides be used. Another way that you might see slides be used is on a vocabulary. We'll do a lot of vocabulary this year doing Google Slides. So I'm going to give you a word bank of words that need to be looked up and defined, and you're going to have to fill out the graphic organizer. So here's your word bank: bias, fraud, ethics, observation, qualitative observation, quantitative observation, and inference. And you're going to have to fill out a graphic organizer for each one of these words. So here's kind of your example on slide number 2. I did proton, I defined it, gave an example. I gave something that is similar, and I gave something that is the opposite. So on your next slide, you can see that it is not filled out. My first word is bias, so I would have to click on here and type the word bias, and then come up here, and I would have to type the definition for bias. I'd have to give an example of bias, give me something that works like bias, and then I would have to give something of the opposite of bias. Okay, and I would need to do that for each word. So then I would have to go into fraud, so on and so forth. Another way you might see Google Slides be used is through worksheets. So I could give you a worksheet, and I've put text boxes over top of the worksheet, and it says click here to add text. You guys can see. Let me make it bigger here. Okay, so I've got places where you'll read the worksheet and you'll fill it out. Okay,